Vendors of broom, mule soldiers, nonno sa benerica, women in the night, werewolves, jealousy of the girlfriend's father, nickname chiovu, nickname loro, nickname Turianna, closed houses, proof of virginity.
Anche mio nonno faceva questa è la ginestra.
One time, we that used to live here on Etna picked up the broom and sold it to bakers. The bread made with broom had a particular taste. The broom is the symbolic plant of the volcano.
Lei si chiama?
Mazzaglia Antonino.
Mazzaglia, classe?
Classe 24. Prima ci portava la cinestra.
My name is Mazzaglia Antonino. Class 1924. I used to take the broom to Catania with the mule. Bread with broom is unique. Was it a profitable job at that time? Yes.
Certo, come lo dico, lavoravamo così.
Ma lei si è fatto un sacco di soldi quindi?
No, non ho fatto niente.
Then you made a lot of money. But what money? I left at 3 a.m. with the mule. What was his name? Vito.
No, un uomo non mi ricordo, un uomo si chiamava Vito.
Vito?
Vito.
Torno da lei. Lei di che classe è?
205.
What class are you? 1933.
Pulverenti Giuseppe.
What is your name? Pulvirenti Giuseppe. What did you do? First, as a child, I went to harvest, and then before leaving for the military, I collected the ashes of Mount Etna, and we did the plasters. In those days, I used to go to my grandfather's and say to him,
Nonno sa benerica, mi stendeva la mano. E ci passa, che sia
Nonno sa benedica, which means Grandpa, bless you. And I kissed his hands. Those were manners. Listen, is it true that they call the mules in the army? Yes, my dad had to wall it to hide it. It was important to have a mule in a family. It was a source of income.
Nel 1939 c'era la cartolina e mule a uso di...
In 1939, the postcard arrived from Vito, my mule, to leave as a soldier. You're teasing me. No, it's the truth. They brought it to Greece.
Per partire come soldato?
Sì, lo portava.
Lei mi sta prendendo in giro?
No, ci dico la verità.
Le donne di notte, cos'è?
Ah, io torniamo.
What is the story that once they were women at night?
Dicevano che erano cantano. Io torniamo.
It was said that there were these women who came at night and hit you. I sometimes woke up and found myself full of stains. And what do I know if it was a true story? But what I can really tell you is that I woke up with these stains.
A Nicolosi, tu eri un comandante? No.
Were there werewolves in Nicolosi? Once the late Turi caught in Moscow a few of these werewolves, but he defended himself and chased them away. The nails stretched out, and here in Nicolosi they were too. And us guys were careful to see if these werewolves came out at midnight.
Quando io mi feci fidanzato, come moglie, venne da soldato e mi feci fidanzato, giusto?
When I got engaged to my wife, I remember that on the day of the procession of St. Anthony, we went to church and then went out for a walk with her parents, who followed us behind.
Io avanti così a braccetto.
I was arm in arm with her, and at one point I put a hand on her shoulder. Her hand that was following us called me from behind and said to me, "It's not a custom to put your hand on her shoulder." I apologized and removed it. When we arrived at our home for lunch, we sat in the dining room next to one another, while my mother-in-law and the hands set the table. When the table was ready, my father-in-law puts his hands down and made everything fly in the air. So I got scared, and I put the chair in front, and I dormed. If he puts his hands on me, I'll break the chair on his head. Then my mother-in-law did the table, and he told me, come on, eat. I eat. First you have to tell me what I have done. Did I do something to your daughter? And he said to me, tell me something. If I tell you to watch out for a cherry tree, and you touch the cherries without eating them, they become soggy. His daughter was getting soggy. I was not supposed to touch her.
Sua figlia stava andando, Fraio.
Allora, la ingiuria.
Pippo, buongiorno. Chiovu.
Perché?
Così.
My nickname is Chiovu. Who knows why? Since my grandfather's time, Pippo Chiovu.
Affioloro.
Mine is Alfioloro, which means day, because when my grandfather returned from the 1915 war, his head did not work well, and instead of saying you, he said they. For example, to say, what are you doing tomorrow? He said, what are they doing tomorrow? And so they put the nickname Loro, Alfioloro.
A volte tu dicevo loro che mi ascoltano, capivo? Turianna.
My nickname is Turianna, because my grandmother was called Anna, my father Turi, and they put me Turianna.
Turianna. Cioè lei di nome come fa? Un nome suo, vero?
Io, Domenico.
Quindi lei che è Domenico Turianna. Dice non è Turianna. Diceva che si parlava delle donne, dove ne parlavate?
We talked about women. When they get out of the church, we sit outside and watch them. But you and the other young people used to go to Catania in the closed houses. There were some who went there. There were 4 or 5 in Catania. There were houses that there were females inside. I'd never been there. When all the guests were gone, and we were just with the relatives, it was a custom for the husband to pick up the wife and take her to the master bedroom.
C'era l'usanza. C'era l'usanza che a mattina a finta che portavano caffè. La suocera?
Then the next day, there was the custom that the mother-in-law brought coffee and wanted proof of the virginity. And you would leave for her to find the sheet or a stained handkerchief on the bedside table.
Sua suocera è venuta alle 6 di mattina. E che cosa le ha detto?
Niente, vi faccio caffè. E poi mentre si buttava suo figlio di bagno. Ma mia, non mi interessava.
My mother-in-law came at 6 in the morning and brought us coffee, and in the meantime asked her son if everything was okay, meaning if I was a virgin.
Sul letto. C'erano tracce.
Sì. E che è venuto?
The following day, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law came with the excuse of fixing the bed. They came to check if there were traces on the bed. They brought us coffee. They checked. Everything is all right.
Poi questo è stato compito suo quello che ha fatto.
Facciamo una bella foto.
Let's take a nice souvenir photo.
Lei come viene nelle foto? Come viene nelle foto? Samittis. No, sai perché si vuole levare? Samittis. Ah, bella.
Voglio casa avuto, buona cosa.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
A prossimamente.